Assalamu alaikum. This message is for Muslims that live in non-Muslim countries. Well, I'm targeting the US, but could be any other countries. And well, think about it. How many non-Muslims have you met in your life and you dealt with? And how many Muslims that you know, maybe friends, maybe others like relatives, that also have the same situation. They kind of live or they interact with non-Muslims, maybe neighbors, maybe co-workers, maybe customers, and they have not, unfortunately, converted anyone to Islam. Well, this is a really should be a concerning point. Why this is happening? And well, it should be concerning because Allah on the judgment day is going to ask us, have you delivered the message? Simple question, but really the answer is not easy. If you want to be honest, I mean, you have to be honest to the Allah, to the judgment day. You cannot make excuses. Think about it from now. What is your answer? What's your excuse? Really, have you really done your job? I mean, of course, when you answer someone, other humans, yeah, of course, you can say, "Oh, they've been busy. I just told them they didn't listen." Well, does that stand on the judgment day? I'm really terrified about this. This is should be the concerns of every one of us. Now, some may bring us the examples. Oh, there are prophets that, they're prophets of Allah, and still they're gonna come on the judgment day and nobody follow them. Well, this doesn't work for you, right? Does it? Because you didn't suffer as these prophets suffered. You did not. I mean, they did their job. Yes, you're not responsible of people who did convert. You're only responsible for delivering the message. I mean, this is absolutely true. But you have to really deliver it. I mean, just as these prophets did. And yeah, and at that point, if nobody converted, it's not your fault. But if you did not deliver it correctly, well, you are still responsible. So think about it. Think about it twice. And well, okay, it could happen. One of us may not be, I mean, he may not have met the right people. They only met few people that are arrogant. So they didn't convert. It happens. But how many Muslims that you know in your situation and they did not do their job? So if we have really delivered the message as Allah told us, we would see a massive conversion. And this is not happening. So, how and what's wrong? How should we do it? And what things that are we doing wrong? Okay, we know the story that Islam spread in many countries, many areas in the world just by peace. You know, so a lot of Muslims tell you, all the people in Malaysia, Indonesia, they have been converted just by traders, Muslim traders. Well, that's partially true, but there is a missing point here. So people see you at work, see you in your neighborhood, and they see your manners. Hopefully, they're Islamically correct, right? So how many did convert just by seeing that? None. Yeah, I know. So this is not enough. This is only part of the story. Just the very beginning, the foundation. So, well, obviously, if you are not following the Islamic manners, I mean, if you have really bad manners, then why would someone ever follow you? But if you have the manners, that's not going to be enough. Why? If you are at work and people see you, as an honest person, for example, I'm just going to concentrate on one quality of Islam. They might think you know what, this person came from uncivilized society, and then because of the American culture, because of the law, because of whatever it is, he's been civilized, and now we see him like nice, uh, honest, he doesn't lie, he does. No, no. So they got it wrong because you did not tell them that this is because of Islam. So see, this is the main point. This is what the first point. You have to link any good behavior that you do to Islam. You have to tell them. You don't assume that they will know. It's not gonna happen. You have to tell them, all right, I am doing this good. I cannot lie because Islam prohibits me from lying. Now they can link. They can say, oh my gosh, this religion is good. I mean, it already teaches good manners. This person did this favor for others because Islam is encouraging him. So that's the first thing. The other issue, I mean, Islam is not only manners. You have to tell them someday, sometime, about your creed, about the aqidah. The main belief, I mean, every religion has to be a belief. It's not only like manners, that's right? So tell them about the oneness of Allah. We only worship one God. And think about it. Most Christians are not really convinced about the Trinity. They may take it as a, this is the best available. But the idea of monotheism, the idea of one God, one Allah, this is very powerful. Just tell it to them. I mean, makes sense. It just complies with whatever human nature. So don't be afraid to say it. Don't be afraid to remind them about the judgment day, because their Bible does not. The Old Testament does not even have anything about the judgment day. The New Testament has very little, and they don't know. So you can tell them. You can tell them, you know what? My mother died and I had a very hard time for this and this, but that's okay. It did not break me down. It did not break me up, because I have belief in Allah that this whole life is just a trial, and the real reward is going to be on the judgment day. And if I've been patient, Allah is going to even double the rewards for me on the judgment day. That's powerful. That tells them how much Islam, our creed, is affecting us. So, and this is very good conversation opener. I mean, start talking about the judgment day, what we believe, the prophets, these things. They can start from this normal conversation that's from like daily events that you're facing, and it carries on. And then eventually, well, you kind of this is still not enough. I mean, you reached a good point, but you have to tell them to read the Quran, to read about their religion. It's just not all right. Then now they convince, okay, this is a nice religion, good religion. Now tell them about the Quran. So it depends. This Quran has all the qualities that a human could think about and could seek. This Quran, this book, is the only book that is written by the Creator, and it tells the human exactly what to do in this life. Everything that you need. This is the guide. This is the catalog of this life. And no book like this. So encourage them to read about this book. Make them curious to know what is in your book. And now, if he asks you for the book, don't send them a link, please. It's gonna end up in the junk folder, maybe. Give him a Quran and tell him this is a borrow. I mean, I'll just give you this book. I really need it, but take your time, read. Now he knows that he cannot put it on the shelf and forget it, because he knows he has to return it sometime, maybe a month or something. I mean, you're not really waiting for him to return it, but He has in his mind that he has some time to read it, at least flip some pages. And now he started reading the Quran. And now he comes the next day and says, like, wow, you have a wonderful book. I didn't know that Islam is teaching about this and this and this. Have a reflection. Now you start more conversation. Is that enough? Well, one more thing. Still didn't deliver the message yet, the complete message. Why? This is almost like you invited someone to you to your house. I mean, you're walking with him to your house, to your door, and while you're walking, you're telling him, "Oh my gosh, I have a very delicious dinner inside. I have a very clean home, nice decorated." And then when you reach the door of your home, all right, see you later, goodbye. Is that really appropriate? No, you should have invited him. You should tell him, make the shahada. Now, I mean, you see this religion is great. Does it make sense that Allah is one? Does it make sense that this message is from Allah so far? I mean, everything makes sense? Yes? Then why don't you make shahada? I mean, you have to enter Islam. He's hesitant. It's okay. Just start with Islam and then you learn later. You don't have to be sheikh, and you don't need to keep building knowledge until you become sheikh and then you know everything. You're not gonna know everything. There are Muslims that are not, they live all of their life learning Islam and they don't know everything. So don't wait. Give them the invitation. Let them enter the Islam, and now you have delivered the message. If they still insist, okay, no, I need some time. I need this time. I mean, I need to think about it. That's it. I mean, you did your job. Now, another tip. I mean, you can do this to your neighbors. You can do this to your coworkers. You can do this to customers, clients. If you still have issues with this, I mean, if still you want to reach even more, there are opportunities. There is the table Dawah. For example, just in the US, like for example, we have a ICNA. I mean, they do some groups. They organize tables. So they announce it like every local chapters. Ask about this. I mean, ask your local chapter in ICNA and ask them if they have this Dawah table. So they announce, well, every other weekend, maybe let's have a table in this park. So they supply brochures, Quran, some books, and you stand with the table, probably with some other volunteers, and now people walk in the park and they ask you about this religion. You greet them, talk to them, some little conversation, and then you give them the information. If they want to come to you next week, that's it. That's great. If not, they didn't come. Well, at least you delivered part of the message. Now, if you want really go to the next level, this is almost guaranteed to be able to be very effective to convert people to Islam. Is Dawah in prison, jails. Yeah, I know. It sounds crazy. I mean, it sounds scary. I mean, who's gonna want to deal with these criminals? But it's not that. It's not as you think it is. I mean, you probably seen some movies on prisons and horrible, like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna meet the cartel boss over there. No, it's not gonna be happen this way. First of all, like, if someone is like very dangerous, they're not gonna even allow you to meet with him. They're gonna allow you to meet only with prisoners that are like really low profile. And these people usually, I mean, humans, when they enter the jail, they get to think the first time, why am I here? Why I ended up here? So they already in the process of obtaining, they want to escape. They want to escape this matrix. They want to escape this corrupted system. They want the better for themselves. They're already thinking about all these things in the life. I need guidance. It's someone like who's sinking in the water, and now when they see you, they think, okay, this is the guy that he has his hand open, and maybe he's gonna save me. So they're ready to take from you. And this is why dawah in prison for Islam is very powerful. It's way easier to convince people to convert to Islam, or at least to think about Islam, than just at the call, I mean at work. And it really does not require knowledge. I mean, we're talking about whom you're gonna find in prison. You're not gonna find a big philosopher who's debater, and he's really hard to. Has a very hard question, deep question. No, it's not gonna be like that. People are gonna ask you very simple questions. Come on. And if you wanna start this program, I don't wanna make this video long. Check with your see any active mosque, Islamic center that you have in your area. Ask them if they have a program for dawah at prison. If not, reach out like a big mosque, regional mosque, and ask them about the outreach department. It's just a phone call. Give them a call and ask them, do you have a prison dawah? Most likely they will do. And now it's very simple from there. It's simple application. I mean, the state wants just to make sure that you're not criminal. Obviously, you're not. Just you have a clean record, criminal record, and they cannot tell you like simple things. I mean, you cannot smuggle anything to inmates. You're not gonna do anything bad. I mean, it's everything makes sense. I mean, just like a training few hours. This is what it is, and of course, you have to comply. I mean, to this because they are for your safety. This is for safety of everyone. And yeah, I mean, even the state, they want you to talk in religion to these people in the prison because they know that when chaplain talk to people in prison, it's very possible that he can convert them and bring them out of this misery life. He may convert them from being criminal to being really good people. So the state encourages us. It's not like they're not going to allow me. No, they do encourage you. They do thank you for volunteering to help these prisoners. It is very powerful. It is easy. It doesn't cost any money. So please check it out, ask for it, and it gives you the rewards from Allah. Every Muslim. When someone converts, when you convert someone to Islam, any good deed he does, I mean, he gets his full reward, and then you get a carbon copy of all of his rewards, good deeds, then you get it to your account too. Think about it. Think about it if he converts other people, inmates in the prison. Think about it when he goes out of the prison. Maybe he's gonna be active in his community. Maybe he's gonna convert more people. Think about his children. Oh my God, his grandchildren. They are Muslims now. Why? Because of you. Now all of their deeds, good deeds, you're gonna go get carbon copy of you in your record. Isn't that good enough for this? It doesn't take effort. It is nothing compared to the hardship that the prophets have been through. And it also gives you relief. Now you feel relief about this question. When God is going to ask you in the judgment day, have you delivered the message? Maybe you should. Maybe now you have an answer. Yes, I did. I hope the video is helpful for you. Thank you for listening. Assalamu alaikum.